Alright, starting off here first with a 1980 D mint mark Lincoln cent. Now this coin here, it's graded at a mint state 62 red brown. Very common to have this penny in this condition. It's not valuable because of its condition. The only reason this penny sold for around $50 at auction is because it has a die break. So you'll see that extra metal there on the rim of the coin down by Lincoln's shoulder. That is also referred to as a cud. You can look for these on all kinds of different coins. This coin, like I said, ended up selling for around $50 in this condition. But they could sell for more, especially if you have one in a higher grade, better condition, and maybe the cud is taking up a large portion of the coin and not as small as that one. They definitely can sell for a lot more money. Now here is a 1980 P mint mark Roosevelt dime. Looks very normal here on the obverse of the coin, but here on the reverse, we are missing the outer clad layer. So you'll see the inner copper layer of the dime there. This coin is graded by Annex at a mint state 64, and this dime ended up selling for around $50 as well. Now here is a 1980 Lincoln cent that was struck off center. The coin is graded by Annex at a mint state 62 red brown. So your pennies will either grade at a brown, a red brown, or a red. Red being the best that you can get there. It obviously will increase the value if you have a grade at a red, depending on the situation. But this coin ended up selling for around $120 at auction. So not too bad. Struck 65% off center, 120 bucks. I personally wouldn't pay it for this coin. But that's what it sold for. Now here is a 1980 S mint mark Susan B. Anthony dollar coin. Now the dollar coin design was actually struck onto a 5-cent planchet. That's why the design's being cut off there around the edge, the rim of the coin there. This coin ended up selling at auction for $6,900. The coin is graded by NGC at an AU 58. So very nice mint error there, almost a $7,000 coin. Now this is kind of the same situation here. This is the 1980 Washington quarter that was struck onto a 5-cent planchet. So we have the Washington quarter design struck onto a Jefferson nickel planchet. The coin again is graded at a mint state 65 by NGC, and this coin sold for over $260 at auction. Here is a very nice mint error coin, very valuable coin here. This is the 1980 Kennedy half dollar coin design that was overstruck onto a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar coin. So we have a double denomination here. You can see both the designs of the Kennedy half dollar along with the design of the Susan B. Anthony dollar coin. And this coin ended up selling at auction for over $22,000. Graded by NGC at a mint state 65. Now here is a 1983 Lincoln cent that has been broad struck, which you'll see around the rim of the coin, graded at a mint state 62 red brown by Annex. So something like this, not extremely valuable. You may get a little more money out of it if it's graded by PCGS or NGC. The coin only sold for around 30 bucks, so you're not going to make a fortune on something like that. Now here is a 1983 Washington quarter that has an obverse and a reverse die break. So we'll have cuds on both sides of the coin. So as we zoom in there, you'll see that the first cud we're going to look at is overlaying Washington's head there and the word Liberty. And then here on the reverse of the coin, you'll see that smaller cud there going over the word America. And then you'll see on both sides of the quarter where it's faded out on the opposite sides of the die break. This coin ended up selling for a little over $100 at auction, graded at a mint state 64. Heck, I would give 100 bucks for that. That's pretty cool to have die breaks on both sides of the coin. Now here is a 1983 Lincoln cent. Might look like damage, however it is a partially plated penny from 1983, graded at a mint state 63 red by Annex. This coin ended up selling for over $130. Here's another example of a partial plating. This coin also sold for over $130 at auction, graded at a mint state 64 red brown by PCGS. So 130 bucks there for that coin. Now here's a pretty cool mint error. Now this is the proof Kennedy half dollar from 1984. So these are the coins that you'll find in your 1984 proof sets. It is the S mint mark, of course, graded by PCGS at a proof 62. So it's not like a high, 68, 70 perfect grade coin. It's down at a proof 62. However, it is still extremely valuable because of the mint error taking place here. So the coin has been double struck in collar. So you'll see the design struck twice and rotated. This coin ended up selling at auction for over $5,400. Such an awesome mint error coin there. Can't beat that, man. 5 grand for 50 cents. Here is a 1984 Lincoln Cent that has been double struck, the second strike being off center, graded by NGC at a mint state 66 red. This coin sold for over $165 at auction. Now here is a 1984 Lincoln Cent. We looked at a die break on another Lincoln Cent earlier, but it was graded at a brown, or I think it was graded at a brown by Annex. This coin is graded by PCGS at a mint state 65 red brown. You'll see that large die break, that cud there on the left side of the coin. This coin ended up selling for over $155. Now here is another coin graded by Annex. It is the 1986S proof penny. So again, you'll find these in your 1986S proof sets. You always want to check your mint sets and proof sets for mint errors, of course. This coin has a copper plating streak, which you'll see there on the left side of the coin, going through almost Lincoln's shoulder there. So graded at a proof 62 deep cameo, this penny ended up selling for over $310. Here's a 1988 Lincoln Cent, the famous 1988 Lincoln Cent with the doubled ear. You can also look for these on other dated pennies as well, such as the 1984 Lincoln Cent. This coin is graded by PCGS at a mint state 66 red. As we zoom in there, you can see Lincoln's ear is doubled. Pretty nice grade here, very nice grade, and it's got that doubling. This coin ended up selling for over $3,100 at auction. Here's a 1988 D mint mark Kennedy $half coin where the obverse has been struck through. That's why you see that line going through Kennedy's face there. Something came in the way when this coin was being struck, and that is the imprint that it left there. Graded at a mint state 67. This coin sold for only around $60 at auction, so nothing too valuable there. Now here's a 1989 Washington quarter that was struck 15% off center. This coin graded at a mint state 64 ended up selling for around $100. Here's an off center on the Kennedy $half coin from 1989. Struck 15% off center. This coin sold for around $240 at auction. Now here is a 1989 Washington quarter design that was struck onto a 1 cent planchet. So Washington quarter design onto a Lincoln Cent planchet, and that's why this coin sold for over $2,700. That's right, nearly a $3,000 coin. Now here's a no dated coin I want to throw in. It is a double denomination graded by PCGS at a mint state 62. What we have here is a Jefferson nickel design that was struck onto a Roosevelt dime. So you'll see both the designs of the dime and the nickel there. This coin ended up selling for over $2,300. So always inspect your coins closely. You never know what you might come across. And don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Feel free to check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.